Whoa, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo Raps, and today I got a special video for you guys. Today we're gonna be reintroducing dynamic storylines into the dynasty. Dynamic storylines are storylines, situations, injuries, different things like that will be created by you guys and then implemented into the UTEP dynasty to force me to adjust to these things on the fly. Examples would include a player getting in trouble with the law, not passing a class, different things like that, and it could be whatever. And then the team has to respond accordingly. If you guys played the older NCAA games, you know that these things used to actually be embedded into the game. They're no longer here in NCAA 14, so why not just create these situations ourselves? Now I'm gonna give you the full docket in 1 second, and I'm gonna shout out the guy who actually brought this whole thing together, but give me 1 second, I'm gonna get there. Okay, 2 dynamic storylines have already been implemented into this season. Number 1, our award-winning running back, touchdown machine. This dude's got 65 touchdowns on his career. That's in 2 seasons. Now, in spring training this year, he blew out his knee. So he's missing this entire season. That was a dynamic storyline added in to kind of give us a little twist. The second storyline that was implemented is our all-time safety, Darren Miller. You can see the Chuck Bendaris, the Nagarskis, the Thorpes. At free safety, has 36 career interceptions, had 19 last year. His final season decided that he wanted to make history and do something that no player has ever done. Win the most outstanding defensive player award and win the most outstanding receiver award. So he wants to have the Chuck Bendarik and the Biletnikoff in one career. He's not worried about draft status. He says he'll be fine. He's got all this film and all these numbers. He's not worried about it. He wanted to make that happen. Now, for those of y'all who've been around since the beginning, since earlier, you may remember or you may not, D. Miller came in as an athlete. He was better on offense, actually better suited to play offense initially, because he's got like 60-something tackle, which has developed over time. But I needed him at free safety because I play on the free safety, and he came right at the beginning of the dynasty, like maybe the second or third season. And obviously I knew I could make a bigger impact with him at free safety just because of the interceptions that I could get. I only got like 4 picks with him the first season. You know what I'm saying? I proved to be right over time. But his last year, he wants to go back to receiver and see if he can win the Biletnikoff. Now, that leads us where we stand right now. So, going forward, if you want to participate, and I ask that you do, leave in the comments a scenario, and I'll choose either the most popular one or just the one that I like the most. Like if somebody drops one and it gets 10 thumbs up, 10 likes, then obviously I'm rolling with that. If everybody is selfish and only likes their own shit, then I'll just pick my favorite. Now, I want to take this time to give a shout out to David Phillips. That's a subscriber. Also, we talk on Twitter sometime. Dude's hella cool. We got a lot in common. He just randomly dropped a comment in the comment section of the preseason video with a random scenario. Didn't leave no instructions, didn't say shit, just a random scenario. I fucking loved the scenario. And I love the fact that he came up with it and I could implement it and have to adjust. Alright, so I'm gonna give you his comment in a second, but I wanted to let everybody know what they're about to watch and how I wanted it to go going forward. Alright, so we're gonna try this on a trial basis again. After you watch it and you kind of see what we're talking about, if you want to participate, just leave it in the comments, man, and hopefully your dynamic storyline will get chosen. Alright, so I'm gonna count down from 3, and at that point you're gonna see the video the way that it'll be going forward if y'all fuck with this idea. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Today's dynamic storyline is brought to you by David Phillips. David writes, this just in. TMZ reports that Givens was seen evading the police while attempting Grand Theft Auto. Givens was seen trying to break into a Cadillac Seville by neighborhood watch member Sally Goodman, who called the police at 1:30 a.m. However, no charges were filed. since the vehicle belonged to Givens' parents. Still waiting to see what the program has to say on the incident and what consequences will be given to Givens. So this whole situation is predicated on a misunderstanding. A nosy neighbor sticking a nose where it really did not belong and creating an issue. Chris Givens was at the home of his parents where, after hanging out with his dad, he had had a few drinks, got a text message from a chick, and decided, I'm gonna go over pay a little visit. So again, he is a bit drunk, and Miss Sally saw his drunkenness as, I guess, suspicious behavior, thought that he was breaking into his mom's car. So as Chris got behind the wheel, already being over the alcohol limit, this is where the issue starts. His judgment is impaired, so when the police get behind him, this idiot tries to evade the police, gets pulled over, put into cuffs. They call the owners of the car, who of course are his parents, who immediately rush down to get their son and bring him back to the house. Obviously no charges have been filed, and fortunately it hasn't come out that he was actually driving under the influence. The coaching staff has a great relationship with Chris, so after sitting him down and having a long conversation and him being open with us, we've decided to suspend him for 1 half. So he'll miss the first half of the USC game, and then he'll come back and play the third and fourth quarter. This has been your dynamic storyline of the week. Click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. My name is FlemLo Raps.